morning, everybody, or afternoon for some of us.
True, yeah.
Future friends, maybe even evening for others out there. But good morning for us. It's about 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we would like to go back to bed.
Very much so, yeah.
No, we were up late last night. And probably later than our ever bedtimes. Like, I don't think I've stayed up that late in a long time. It just happened that way.
But it's been like on my own terms. I've been like reading a book or something, and I'm really into it. Or sadly, like organizing stickers or something, and like I really enjoy that. So I'm like, I don't notice time. I'm just doing something. It's fine. And then it's like, oh, it's 1:30 in the morning. Maybe I should go to bed because I'm not 18 anymore.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Good morning, Krista. Thank you for joining us. Laura can't see our comments, but Krista is, she just said perfect timing. She threw in a load of laundry.
Nice.
And she's finished baking some pumpkin muffins.
That sounds good.
Oh, Krista, do you do baking like every weekend? Do you like bake? Because I know when I see your vlogs, like I've seen you've done blueberry muffins before, and now you've got some pumpkin muffins. I really want to get into that too. Like, I used to bake more, but I'm not a sweets person. So when I bake, it's usually for other people. And sometimes my husband's like, stop. I don't want any more sweets. Like, stop it. So then I have to stop and then I don't come back to it. But, yeah.
Oh, Krista's supposed to Jasper's, right?
Yeah.
I think I recognize the icon. She's like, Krista, one of your vlogs, you made egg roll in a bowl. That was good, right? Like, you like
egg
that?
roll in a bowl?
That sounds so good. I was
oh
like,
my
man.
gosh.
I really want to make that, I think, if it's good.
So she said not every weekend, but she has a ton of fruit and needs to be used up. So she'll be making banana muffins and peach and apple crisp today.
Oh my gosh. How close
that sounds so good. She's not. She is she's on the East Coast. Oh, that sounds so good. I don't think I've ever made like peach cobbler or anything like that, but that sounds really good right now. Like, really good.
Very much so.
She said she loved the egg roll in the bowl.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up.
She'll put the recipe in the description of that vlog. Ooh, good. Yeah, because I would love to make that too. That sounds really good. So yeah, as everyone's joining us today, we are going to be doing some productivity sprints. So for us, we are actually going to be reading our Buddy Read book. But for you out there, if you are reading, that's fantastic. Let us know in the comments what you'll be reading. But also you could be doing other things too. If you have your bullet journal that you'd like to do, or you're doing some chores around the house, or you want to take a nap or whatever, you do you.
We might take a nap this You might check in and
so yes, good morning, everybody. So the one thing I wanted to mention too, I know last month, because I always do a live on the third Saturday of every month. And last month I was also here at Laura's. I haven't moved in, I promise. Like, I live in my own home. I just happened to be here again, and it just landed on the third Saturday. And for the, I guess, premiere access for all of you that are here, you'll be hearing this for the first time. We have not yet announced this, but since you're here and maybe wondering, we are starting a business together, Laura and I. So we've been doing a lot of planning for that. And that's why I've been here so often, is we've been doing a lot of business planning. And we will announce that later in July. But it is definitely bookish related. So we are going to be doing lots of fun things, and we will announce those things, and you can certainly partake if that is something that you're interested in. So little bit of why I have been here so often. I visit too. I mean, we hang out, but usually it's not as frequent as I have in the last couple of months. So let's check out what everyone else is reading. It looks like Krista is reading The Last Bookshop in London.
Oh.
It's one of her spring anticipated reads, so that sounds like fun.
That looks really good.
Yeah. And then it looks like just reading Poison in the Pen by Patricia Wentworth. Ooh, have you heard of that one?
I have, yeah. I don't know anyone who's read it yet, but I've
Ooh, that sounds like a cozy mystery. Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Krista. We're excited about it. We've been working on it, kind of brainstorming it for the last year, and then I pulled the trigger and quit my job. I'm actually going to be done at the end of June there, and I'm going to be doing this full time and seeing what we can do. So we're excited. Real scared and nervous for me,
Yeah.
but really excited to work together and do some fun stuff and just start something that we're very passionate about, and something that will not only be our like work, but our passions. Like we just, instead of going to work and like the drudgery of work, this is like something that we enjoy. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Nice to enjoy what you do for a living.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Charlie's reading The Great Alone by Kristen Hannah. I think that one is that the Vietnam one? The one that's centered around Vietnam, I think.
The one set in Alaska.
Oh, I don't know.
I've never read her before. I just know she's popular.
Yeah. I've only read one of her books, but it was just it was here. It wasn't it wasn't historical. And it looks like it's good. Krista says it's pretty good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But so sad. Oh no.
Good morning, client.
Yeah. Is anyone doing anything that's not reading, or is everyone reading with us this morning? Let us know if you're doing something different. We will definitely be reading. As some of you know who follow either myself or Laura, you know that we usually do a year-long buddy read. Last year it was Edward Rutherford's London, which I think next year we're actually going to go back to Edward Rutherford and read his, how do you say it? Sarum. Because we really liked Edward Rutherford's style, and we're two huge history buffs when it comes to British history. So I think we're having a lot of fun with his work. And I'm sorry the lighting is going in and out. It's just the sun is moving, clouds are moving. But this year we decided to read a series, a 12-book series, with the intention of reading one book per month. And we're already ahead. Laura, do you want to kind of talk about the series we're reading and what book we're on?
Sure. You might have to hold up your book because mine's like super small. But this is the Pink Carnation series by Lauren Willig. And probably 3/4 of each book is set in the past. It's set around the Napoleonic Wars in England and France, and then they kind of move around too. There's one in Ireland. There's one book totally in India that was a different journey. But so it's mostly set in the past around a spy ring, and the spies are all have floral names. So Pink Carnation, Purple Gentian. What else are there? There's a tiger lily, I think. There's a moonflower.
Marigold.
Yep, marigold. So it's all these sort of dashing men running around. Well, not all men, I guess. And doing their part to keep England safe and keep Napoleon sort of in his place a little bit. So in each book, it's either focusing on a man or a woman, and they find their romantic partner, And of course, the whole overarching plot keeps advancing from book to book. And then there's also a modern timeline with Eloise. She's our sort of gateway into it. Eloise is a PhD student working on uncovering who the Pink Carnation was, because that's the one spy that's never been revealed who they really were. So she has befriended the family who the purple or Pink Carnation, excuse me, was actually a part of. And so we're reading through these letters and diaries. And then as she's reading a diary, then we go back to the past and come forward and meet her again. And so they're a lot of fun. They're interesting because it's historical, but I know, it's historical fiction, so it's not completely accurate, but it's pretty close. And there's some romance in there, and there's some adventure and stuff. So it's a nice kind of combination. Very easy to read. Mm-hmm. That's why we're, I think, flying through them so much.
Yeah,
it's just fun. It's just nice reading.
Yeah. So this one's the 8th book. So we're a whole 2 books ahead at this point. If we were to finish this month, we would be 2 books ahead going into July. I don't know that we'll finish it this month because it's a chunkster, this one.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, so we'll try.
Yeah,
we'll try. But welcome to everyone new who just stopped in. Hi Noah, thanks for stopping in. We haven't started our sprints yet. We're a little chatty here, but we're checking in with everyone what they're up to this morning, if they're reading or they're doing other things. It looks like Krista's also going to be catching up on her comments. So good morning, everyone. And yes, thank you for stopping by. And it looks like, coffee. I have my first cup of coffee as well. Yeah. So we haven't started reading, so you'll definitely catch us in our first sprint.
Mm-hmm. We're very not awake.
Yeah, I'm waking up though. I'm waking up. The coffee and my mirrored image is waking up. Good morning, Angie. How are you?
Hi, Angie.
Yeah. All the good people. Well, everyone's good people, but nice. Yep. Got to get the cleaning in.
I know.
When I get home, I got to do some stuff too. But yeah. So, for those of you who buddy read, I know for me, I buddy read a lot on BookTube or with BookTube. I think I have 4 buddy reads outside of this buddy read. So I have 5 buddy reads going at any one time sometimes. And every buddy read is different. So the main way that I buddy read is through Voxer, and talking with those people. And sometimes it's voice on Voxer, or sometimes it's just typed. But Laura and I buddy read a little bit different, where we actually have set times that we will read, and then we will literally discuss it right after. And during those scheduled reading times, we actually always select an ASMR on YouTube so that we're actually we feel like we're in the same atmosphere when we are reading. So if you yourself are looking to do buddy reads, think outside the box, do something fun, because sometimes that connection can be enhanced by doing something silly like that. So for the Pink Carnation series, it's been really fun because they have been very atmospheric, in the sense, like Laura was saying, most of them are in England, but then they go to France, and then one was in Ireland and one was in India. So when we were picking ASMRs to listen to together, we were picking ones that had the same atmosphere. So today we just have on a cozy room, because we're in a cozy room together. But when we were doing India, we found ASMRs that had sounds that were more like India. So I think we had a room that was a palace room, and you could hear people and traffic and elephants in the background. It was super cool because it totally sinks you in to the book itself. And it keeps you closer to your buddy reader as well. Now, Laura and I obviously have a friendship outside of BookTube now and all of this, so we are closer anyways. But if you are able to, read at the same time with your buddy reader, It's fun because, like right now we are both reading at the same time and we're both listening to the same thing at the same time. It's just really cool. So think about fun stuff that you could do with your buddy read, other than just popping in and saying hi. So just thought I would give you some tips there.
And too, like the last book we read was set around Christmas, so we listened to Christmas ASMRs, and that was really nice. I mean, I really felt more like we were there with them, especially since it was like 95 degrees outside. So to watch like snow and hear jingle bells, it was a little like, don't look outside and ignore the fact that you're freezing with a blanket on inside. Like, yeah, it was really fun.
It looks like Noah will actually be reading a buddy read today while he's reading with us.
Nice.
And it looks like we have buddy readers in the comments together, so that's fun. And then Angie said that she watches the ASMRs in a similar location or similar theme to the book, but never done it with a buddy reader. Yeah, well, there you go. Well, you're welcome, Noah. Okay, so it's about 9:16. We can chat for like 3 more minutes. Let's go to the 20, and then do you all prefer 15 or 20-minute sprints? I am partial to the 20-minute sprints because I feel like I can get a good chunk read, but I want to obviously lean to how everyone else feels. So if we want to take a quick poll, does everyone feel like they want to do 15 or a 20-minute sprint? Whoa, that sun is really like, woo, in and out.
The whole front of my house is windows pretty much, so it like really affects the lighting.
Okay. Looks like 20 is good. We got 2 20s. Oh, yeah, Noah. So him and Yasmin did the same time. Yeah, it's nice because when you read and then you immediately talk about it, it's like you get all those ideas out. And I mean, Voxer's great for being able to do that, but at the same time, when you're going back and forth really like in that same time, it's a lot more fun. And I know that can't happen for everybody because we're on different time zones, or people work and all that kind of stuff, but it's super fun when you can, so that's always nice. So it looks like we are good for the 20 minutes, so we will do that at 9:20, and I'll get a little banner going, but yeah, whatever you are doing, it could be reading or it could be doing some cleaning around the house. Maybe you're in your bullet journal, but whatever floats your boat, you do you. So I think that's sprint for 20, and then that we would be back at the 40 is what, if I know math, that's what it is. So, and it's funny because Laura reads way faster than me. So yesterday I actually read ahead a little bit so that I could keep up with her. She reads so fast. So I'm like, I'm gonna read 2 chapters and then we can start, and then maybe I'll only be a chapter behind her. So we'll see. But yeah, grab your things to do, and we will definitely get started here, and see how everyone does afterward. But as we get going too, thank you so much for being here. We love you all so much, and we're happy that we could get you going for the day. I hope wherever you are, it's nice and beautiful. And if you're watching this in replay, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy reading with us today. And definitely put some comments in the comment space and just let us know what you read while you read with us. So, okay, it's 9:20 where we are, so it's the 20 mark. Let's go ahead and read for 20 minutes and come back at the 40. Good luck.
Are you set timer or just like pay attention?
No, look at the time. I'll just watch it.
pretty
I just literally look over in the corner and see
casually,
like, oh, where's 20 minutes? Don't distract me. You're just trying to read faster than me.
Oh, look, a bird.
Hey.
I forgot who we were reading, and I was like, what? Who is this?
back this hour. We have someone in the middle of the night where they are.
Oh my gosh.
Middle of the night. It's crazy. Okay, as we all come back in and say hello, and let's find out how you did. How did everyone do? Did you read? If so, how was your reading? And if you did something else, what did you do? And what did you accomplish? Where did you get, Laura?
I'm on page 42.
So you're in
I'm in chapter 3.
Okay, so I'm on page 46. See what I mean? I read 2 chapters ahead of her, and in 20 minutes, she blasted almost past me. So what do you think about the book so far?
I like it.
Did you?
I've never read Les Mis, but it feels like Les Mis to me somehow. I think because it's so gray and rainy,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're in the prison for most of chapter 2, Mission and the guy. But I like it. I like that her name is Laura because there are not a lot of Lauras out there in literature. There are Lauries and Laurens a lot, especially in like more modern books, but there aren't a lot of Lauras. So it's a little jarring to see my name in print. Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. What do you think?
It's good. I like that it's completely different characters this time around. So in the book that we're reading, it is the 8th book in a series. And I think I can probably tell you a little bit about it without it being spoilery. But as Laura mentioned before, this book is all wrapped around espionage and spies during the Napoleonic Wars. So it's all correlated to people getting sent to the guillotine, getting their heads chopped off. But like English revolutionaries, French revolutionaries, that kind of stuff. So it's all between England and France. And we follow a ragtag group of people that consider themselves some floral spies. And this one, we are actually introduced to brand new characters in France, one of which is Laura, who is the Silver Orchid.
Mm-hmm.
So she is a spy, so to speak, named the Silver Orchid. And she is posing as a governess at this Andre's home for his 2 children. And what we learned about him in this first section is like he is something in the government related to questioning
I guess
revolutionaries or whatever. So we saw him, and I think what I liked about I liked about the beginning of this book too is like they're both kind of like older characters. So they're not like, spring chickens, which usually most of the characters they're all like, just coming to their what is it like seasons. And these 2 are a little bit older, and I feel like they're both a little jaded. Like the Laura character seems a little like, because she's been a governess for 16 years, and now she wants to be a spy, and the first task she gets is to be a governess. So she's like, but she's on it. And then Andre, we haven't learned too much about him on a personal note, but I feel like there's something there that like maybe I feel like he doesn't really like what he does, but he feels like he's stuck.
Yeah, because his cousin is a little further up in the government somehow with Napoleon. So he sort of came by this job, not nepotism exactly, but, sort of, I guess maybe. But with his kids too, he just mentioned his kids, they are, I think, 5 and 10, 5 and 9, something like that.
Yeah.
And they just came from Nantes to stay in Paris. And they were purposely not in Paris before. He was trying to keep them safe. Mm-hmm. But his father or grandfather just passed away, and he was raising the boys. So now the boy and girl, they're in Paris, and he's starting to sweat it a little bit because he works with some really terrible official people in the government, and they all know now that his kids are in Paris. So he's like,
yeah.
Gotta keep them safe. But what happened to the mother? What happened to?
Yeah, we haven't learned any of that yet.
None of that stuff.
So it's exciting because I think when we were reading in the beginning, like maybe we get into like book 4, we're like the same people, and it's fun to have like the same circles, but also it's kind of like, okay, this is like old hat. Can we get some new characters in? And now we have new characters in, so it's exciting to see that. But let's check out what everyone else did.
Yeah.
Okay, dokey. Oh, Krista found an ASMR for herself.
Nice.
That's awesome. Stacy read 10 pages. Good for you, Stacy. What book are you reading? We also have 21 pages. Nice. What book are you reading? It looks like Angie cleaned out the litter boxes and read 8 pages.
Nice.
Very good. Angie, did you say what book you're reading? I think you're reading a buddy read book, but I don't remember if you said what you're reading. And then 10 pages and started the spring with my little lazy skincare routine. Oh, I do not have a skincare routine, and I wish I did. I have been, with the summer, I have been starting to not wear makeup and just put on like a facial moisturizer, because I'm finding as I age, I don't like wearing makeup. I just don't. I feel like it's a nuisance, and and now with like leaving my more professional job, I feel like I don't have to. So I'm not going to. Obviously, if I feel like I want to, I will. I'm not saying I'm never going to wear makeup again, but I just feel better without it. Yeah, so I'm just going to start finding better moisturizers, maybe tinted moisturizers or something. I'm not sure, but yeah. Okay, we had to jump there. Let's see here. Yep. So Krista mentioned the last bookshop in London. It's a World War II novel. Awesome.
That cover just looks so nice too, Krista. When you held up, I was like, yeah, I could just be there. That'd be fine.
William, we're reading The Orchid Affair by Lauren Willig. It is part of the Pink Carnation series. It's the 8th book in that series. We're buddy reading it together. Noah didn't clean anything.
Well,
Noah.
Come on.
But you probably listened to some great music, so I'm sure you did something great. And let's see here. I'm reading a middle grade book called Lemons.
Oh yeah, that looked really cute. I saw that on your reading update.
Yeah.
It's cute.
That sounds cute. I just picked up a middle grade book at the dollar store called The Bird, the Boy, and the Coffin Maker or something like that. The book itself, do you remember I was showing you?
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like the inside, and the reason why I bought it is because of the cover and because of the inside, but it's like all the ink is blue, and then there's a lot of like illustrations like on the sides of the pages and everything. It just looks really whimsical. Oh, sorry. She doesn't like that word. But it looked really good, so I picked it up. It's $1. I mean, can't go wrong. So yeah. Okay. Oh, we gotta start out with Cultish, which is a nonfiction about language, how language or about
people
have language is used in cults, and then right at the end she switched to Catch Us the Foxes, which is a mystery thriller crime. That cult book sounds like something you and Beth Ann would like. Yeah. Should write that down. It's called Cultish. Well, will you remember it? Cult-ish. Because we definitely should tell Beth Ann about that. Beth Ann is another friend of ours, not on BookTube, but that we do reading and chatting with.
Who recommended that? Because I want to make sure.
She was in Shelves.
Okay. Thank you.
Yay! Meg and Joe, it's a Little Women retelling. It's good so far. I might get heat for this, but I have never read Little Women.
Get out. Okay.
I don't know that I have, and I know it's Nell's favorite book. That's like her go-to book when she needs to get out of a slump or whatever. It's just never been like, whatever.
I think
I
read
feel
it for
like
the
I
first
should read it,
time.
but
When was that Winona Ryder movie out? Like, because the cover was the movie
90s,
cover.
yeah.
90s, yeah. So I was
Mhm.
probably, I was in 94 for some reason. I don't know why. So I was in high school.
I've never even watched any of the movies because I'm like, oh, I want to read that, so I'm not gonna watch the movies. But now I'm just like, I don't know.
I didn't like the one with Katharine Hepburn. The dresses felt so wrong to me. It just was like I couldn't get over the visual and like what it was supposed to be. I mean, I like older movies, but that was sort of like, no thanks.
I'll read it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Oh, don't wear makeup. Facial serums with SPFs are a good thing to try. Oh, thank you. Facial serums with SPFs. They make my face feel fresh and clean all day. Yes, that's what I want. I don't want to feel like packed, like clogged and stuff. I just like to feel like, and especially too, my eyes are very small, and like whenever I've worn eye makeup, it just smudges everywhere. So I feel like I look like I, got hit in the face or something. And so I'm like, nope, I just don't want it anymore. I just want to be nothing. So anyhow, she says Cultus is really good so far. She read the author's previous book, which is Word Slut. Sounds like another book you'd like, which is also amazing. Write that down.
I'll remember that title. That one I remember.
We got listened to 2 chapters. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I own that one. Of course I do. How is that one? Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be pretty good. I think I've just heard it recently. A couple people say it was like just good, not really great, but I've heard a lot of really good things.
I've never heard of it. I don't really ever hear about books unless I see it on BookTube. So, and I don't really seek out new book stuff because I do all thrift store books. So
yeah,
it's whatever's at the thrift store. But yeah, well, cool. Sounds like everyone was really productive in that first sprint. That was awesome. That was very good. I didn't do a page count, but I got a chapter, and I have 2 pages left of the next chapter. So you'll definitely get past me in this next one. Maybe you should take a nap.
I totally could. Oh my
god. So anywho, it looks like it's about the 53, so we can keep chatting so we can get to a whole hour, or we can chat for only 2 minutes and get to the 5 and do another 20-minute sprint, and that'll take us to the 15, which is fine with me. I think let's do that.
Okay.
So yeah, I am liking the element of those kids too.
Yeah,
because I wonder how they'll play a role, because here's the plot line. She's going to come in, be a part of these kids' lives, and then what, just disappear?
No.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Exactly.
And the youngest kid already ran up to her and grabbed her legs to hug her.
Yeah, well, he just wanted sweets.
Right, but still, like...
I think it's going to take a little bit to get the girl to like her. The boy, it's going to take nothing.
Yeah.
And then that Jeanette, and Jean. Is it Jean then? Because it's French? Jean and Jeanette? Mm-hmm. Jeanette. I wonder if we were listening to this, if they do it all in accents. Like that. Jeanette. Andre.
I should have got that.
We are French. I hope we just haven't offended anybody.
I know. There we go. Bye, everybody.
These are our own silliness. We get all of our accents from Disney.
Mm-hmm. So it's very authentic.
Very authentic. I just love like Beauty and the Beast, like the original Disney, like like Lumiere's like totally like nice weeds. Like he's just like so funny. Anywho, we totally went too far. For any of you who just joined us,
sorry.
We are real legit. We are very nice people. We're just reading. We're just having fun. We're watching this in replay. I apologize. So anyways, Oh, we got take a nap. Zenfire missiles. That was awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. I love it. I love it.
What is it? Your mother was a hamster, and your father. What was that from?
No, your father was a hamster, and your mother smelled of elderberries.
That's right.
You will not cross this wall. Anywho, if you watch Monty Python, you know what we're talking about. Come back. I'll bite your ankles off. What? Yes. Okay, it's the 5-5, so we are going to go for 20 minutes. We will stop making terrible jokes, and you all get something done. You're so productive in the first sprint. I want to see how productive you can be in our next sprint. So I'm going to make a little banner here, and we'll get off for another 20 minutes, and that will come back at the 15. So good luck, everyone. Yes, it is a ploy, so I can catch up. Make the coffee.
Just say, oh, I kicked an empty bottle. That help?
Hmm?
That help you?
We'll see. Of course, that would be his name. I need you this time, I think.
Just got to chapter 4.
Yeah, I finished chapter 4. I got real nervous there for a second. Like, seriously. Okay. Oh, bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for the recommendation, too. Unintentional, but yeah, I decided to read that one.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I realized I should be in bed. Oh, yeah. How did everyone do? Did everyone do okay? We, Laura did some dishes and then read some.
I have a lecture to prove I did dishes.
Yeah, I'm officially ahead of her now in reading still, which is good because I need all the extra reading I can get on her. I feel like she's gonna swing past me in this next sprint, but yeah, how did everyone do? Did you get some reading in? Did you get some chores done? Or I know some people were doing some comments and all that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything because it'll be spoilery for you, but it's so good. So far, so good on the reading. I'm still really liking it. I feel like this will probably be one of my top ones.
Really?
Yeah, just because it's fresh and it's new. I think that right now my favorite one is the mistletoe one.
Yeah, that we just finished.
Yeah, the one we just finished. I feel like that one was really fun, and I really liked the two main characters.
Yeah, me too.
And then I think I liked the second one best.
Those
Then
are my
after
favorites,
that,
too.
yeah. So.
But they're just in a bookshop right now, right where I left off. They just walked into this cozy little bookshop in Paris, and it's a great, like, January day outside, and there's a coal fire. It just sounds so. It just sounds
Very
so nice.
atmospheric. It's very good. I think it'll be fun. I think there'll be action in this one.
Yeah.
Which some of them like lack action. Like some of them they weren't doing anything, and then some of them they do stuff. So I think this one there will be action because the pink carnation just showed up.
Oh, nice. Good. I was hoping that they would.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. This will be fun. I like when the books are good. So, how did everyone else do? I think for today we'll probably end up, depending on the time, we probably can get 2 more sprints in, just so you can kind of plan for your days too. But I think 2 more sprints would take us to like a 2-hour mark, which sounds good to me. But yeah. Did you get all your dishes done?
No, just half.
Oh, well, that's still good.
Yeah,
that's pretty productive. Pretty darn productive. What else are you reading?
This.
Anything that you're liking?
Well, I joined too many readathons this month, which is not a surprise to anyone who watches my channel. I like to join things and then not complete them. So yesterday the Golden Girls readathon ended. There were 10 prompts for that. Everyone has 5 prompts, and then you pick your favorite Golden Girl, and then they each have 5 prompts. So I got only 3 books total read, so that was kind of a fail, but still fun. And then Caribathon ended yesterday. I didn't read anything for it, but I have the book over there. I'm going to read These Ghosts Are Family by Maisie Card. I'll read that this weekend probably. And then
did you get that while we were together?
Yep, at a thrift store. I was so surprised. And then tomorrow,
I'm gonna grab some coffee.
Yeah, and then tomorrow the Categorically Romance readathon ends, and I've gotten halfway through 2 books, and then it's 5 prompts total, and then the other 3 I haven't started yet, but I can read Category Romance pretty quickly, so I'm not too concerned about that. I will once I finish our chapters today, I'm assuming I will be all caught up from where we're supposed to be. We read about 100 pages a week. Dani and I and our buddy read. So I'll be caught up with that. And once I do that, I will go to this one, the Harlequin Presents novel. I forget what this prompt is for, but I'll finish this thing up today and then see where it goes. So working on that. I haven't started yet, but I have it here for Pastoral June that Angie's hosting at Literary Labors. The group read is Lark Rise to Candleford, and I've wanted to read that pretty much my entire life, literally. So I'm happy to get started now that these other 3 readathons are wrapping up this weekend or have wrapped up. So I'll be doing that this weekend. And let's see what else. I would like to finish this month The Body by Bill Bryson. I started this, I think, in February or March. And I really like it. It's easy reading. Bill Bryson just is easy reading. And I have about 100 pages left in here because of notes and everything. So I'd like to finish this month if I could. So that's my next priority. So it's reading our thing today, category romance to catch up, and then hitting this one probably. Plus lots of other ones, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. The focus right now. I have a bunch of buddy reads that I have to get caught up on, which I always seem to end up having to do it all in one day.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrible. But I'm reading with Christina at Knitting Books, etc. or something, I think is her.
I always get it screwy.
It's it's all, but her and I are reading Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. Then I'm reading The Night Tiger with Stephanie over at Miss Richards Reads.
Stephanie's so nice.
She's awesome. We're really enjoying that book. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Very atmospheric, very film noir is kind of what we've described it as. And then I'm reading The Other Boleyn Girl with a subscriber of mine, and that I'm really enjoying. Okay. That is making me want to read more Henry VIII stuff, because I just read Hilary Mantel's The Mirror and the Light, and that was really interesting. And then I think I read something else that was Tudor related, and I'm like, I want to read all the things. And then I'm also reading with Jeanette, a subscriber of ours, and Rainy from Rainy Day Reads. We're reading this Norwegian book called Kristen Lavransdatter. The first in this trilogy is called The Wreath, and it's by Sigrid Undset. So it's from Norway. So that's really interesting. We'll actually finish that this week. So is that 4? Did I say 4? Yeah. So 4 buddy reads plus our buddy read. Mm-hmm. And then for my book club, I'm reading Water for Elephants, which I just started today. So Water for Elephants. Or I started yesterday, excuse me. And I'm really liking that. I'm up to chapter 3, and I'm totally into it. So I'm excited to get this going as well, because this is for my book club that I do personally. And so I'm excited that that's actually turning out to be a very interesting book. So yeah, lots of things, lots of things. Let's see what everyone else kind of said while we were chatting there, but let's see. So I didn't read that time around. She made peach and apple crisp. Oh, I bet it smells so good. Oh yeah. So, but a very productive sprint. Awesome. And then we have, she's starting another one for the next sprints, Hairpin Bridge by Taylor Adams. Taylor Adams, that sounds really familiar, that author name, which planning to do a 24-hour readathon with Rue, someone I've met through Bookstagram. Oh my gosh, I was thinking we should do a 24-hour readathon the next time, if we plan to just, the next time we visit, plan to just do 24 hours of live readathon.
There will be napping for sure in that one.
Be guaranteed.
Yeah. A 20-minute script be 2 hours.
That would be so fun. Come back an hour later, see what we're up to. Yeah. We're giggling because we're so tired. That would be super fun. Let's see here. Krista says she loves that you read a ton of books at once. I do the same. Yep. I know. I always have at least 5 books going. I cannot, like, I think when I was younger, I had to read one book and finish it. Like, I had to read it from start to finish before I moved on to another one. And now I cannot just read one book because I'm like, okay, I need to put this away. I need to set this down. And I need to have other stories going in my head. Like, I cannot only have one book at a time. It sounds really weird, but it like drives me nuts. It's just too much. It's just too much at the same time. But I know that there's readers that are the opposite, where they can't have multiple stories happening because they get confused as to what's happening when. But for me, my head's moving so quick that I literally cannot just read one book at a time.
Yeah. I know my mom has a hard time too. My mom is a reader. I don't know if any of you guys saw her in my last very long vlog. But she can only read 2 books at a time. She's got one upstairs in the bedroom, and that's like an easier reading, like generally a cozy mystery or something that's not too upsetting. So if she has insomnia or something, she can read. I mean, we're very similar. And then her book downstairs is either more of a mystery, like not hard boiled, but a little more gruesome, perhaps. Or she'll read like a nonfiction of somebody, like a biography or something. So she can only do 2 at a time, and even that she gets confused. Like it's hard to keep them straight, but it's just easy. Like, I'm not going to get Lindy West's essays about being a fat person confused with the body, confused with Barack Obama's thing, confused with hard sci-fi short stories. Like, I'm just not going to do that. You know, they're so different.
Yeah, usually all my books it's not like I'm reading like 3 romances at the same time. I mean, I don't really read a lot of romance, but that's just an example.
Yeah. But even if I do read 3 romances at the same time, they're all different enough. It takes me like a half a page, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. This person. That's what this thing is. Yeah.
I know Krista, she's, I think, either done or almost done with all the Bridgerton books.
Oh,
and I know you were reading those too. So the last time I saw your channel, Krista, you were on the last one, which is with George, the youngest.
Yeah, I am right at book 4, which I know is really good because it's Penelope. And I don't know why I stopped. I think I sort of paused a little bit to give myself a little break because I know it's going to be so good. So good. And I just haven't gotten back to it yet. I've gotten distracted by everything else.
I think she said the Eloise one was her favorite.
Yeah, I've heard 4 and 5 are the best. So I'm sort of like waiting, you know. Can't wait.
Angie said, yay, Laura.
Yay, give me a Laura prize. Thanks for picking that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and 24 hours straight. That sounds like a lot of reading.
Yeah.
She's definitely gonna try it. Audiobooks are a great help with this.
Yep.
Yeah.
And do graphic novels or comics or like picture books for kids. When your brain like just cannot function anymore, that's what I did when I was reading for 24 hours straight.
She's loving the Bridgertons. Really enjoyed them all. I'm saving the last one for the road trip next weekend.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was so good. Oh my gosh.
I have not. I think that's probably the one thing that so I've watched the show like 4 times. Like, it sounds really ridiculous. My husband will come into the bedroom because obviously that's not a show you can watch like on the main TV. So like I'll watch it at night when everyone's like settling down and we're kind of like in our own space. And I'll be watching it. And my husband will walk in and he'll be like, "Are you watching this again?" And I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Why? You already know what happens." And I'm like, "I know, but I may have missed something, or like it's just fun to watch." He's like, "Are you watching it for the sexy bits?" And I'm like, "No." No.
I myself personally.
No, I just like it. I just like it because it's like I like Regency, and not that it's like completely accurate. Like I understand that it's not accurate, but it's just it's like my go-to. Like I don't have to like watch it. So like if I'm reading or if I'm doing something, because that's the other thing. And I don't know how everyone is out there. Like ASMRs are one thing, but like I can literally watch TV and read at the same time, and I have to have something happening. Like I can't read in a silent space. Like I have to have something happening. But even more weird, when I'm doing chores, silence. I don't listen to anything while I'm like doing something. But when I'm reading, I need to have sound. It's so weird. I'm weird. I'll be the first to admit it. Yeah, Chris doesn't read a lot of romance, but it's hidden in the spot. Yeah, definitely.
I'm just getting into romance the last couple of years, mostly since I started watching Sarah at Bookish Knitter. Her and Cousin at Always Doing are the two that read romance a lot, and they just sound so interesting and intriguing to me. Mm-hmm. And I like looked down on romance for a long time and made fun of it and stuff. Once I started reading it, I'm like, that's really stupid. Like, I shouldn't be a book snob. And they're just a lot of fun, and a lot of really big issues are dealt with, and mm-hmm. there's such a variety in main characters and mm-hmm. like not just genders and sexualities or race or anything else, but like people are autistic, and like mm-hmm. the author is autistic as well. So you get a really authentic mm-hmm. like look at what that person's life is like and what it's like to be in a relationship and fall for someone, and they deal with really big things. Mm-hmm. So
I feel like I was into romance when I was younger more so than I am now. Now when I read a book, sometimes I'm a mood reader, but sometimes it's like I get into like time frames that I like to read about, or like if it's based on a historical event, I get into that a lot. But really it's just like if the cover looks good, I'm like, oh, I'll read that. Man, that'll be good. But yeah, I used to be like really hooked on like certain kind of authors. Like I was on a Dan Brown kick for a really long time. But now, because I've explored so much and I've seen so much, it's like there's so much to read out there that I really don't like stick to anything specific, because you just don't know what's going to be your next great book. Because if you keep an open mind and you just read stuff because it looks good, sometimes you'll find really great books. Sometimes you don't. Like the worst book I ever picked for cover by was Little Bee by Christopher Cleave. And I was like, I hate this book. I literally hate this book. And I finished the whole darn thing, and I was like, I wish I would have DNF'd that book. It was not the book for me. And I see it everywhere when I go to thrift stores and stuff, and I'm just like, I want to buy it and throw it away so that no one else can read it.
That cover is so deceiving.
It's so pretty. It's such a good cover.
It just looks like it would be a book club book. And
I hated it.
Like a nicer fiction, not the horrifying murder.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah. I'm sorry if anybody liked that book. You're allowed to like that book. This is my own opinion, but I hated that book. Mm-hmm. I hated it. With a vengeance. Anywho. Oh snap. Dawn's in the room.
Hey, Dawn. Good morning.
Hello. Y'all reading some good stuff. Mm-hmm. We sure are. Okay, so it's 10:33. Let's at the 35 do our next sprint for 20 minutes, and then we'll chat again, and then we'll do a final 15-minute sprint for our last, like, get whatever you need done, and then we'll say goodbye to us all. So, does have a gorgeous cover. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was. I did not like it at all. I did not like it. Yeah. I did that as a buddy read with Amanda from Curly Reader, and it didn't bother her as much, but we both didn't feel like it was what we thought it was going to be. Like it wasn't as good as the cover would have projected. Mm-hmm. So I think we both gave it like a 2-star, but then like looking back, it's definitely a 1 for me because I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the first time I did a buddy read where we did not like the book, which that very rarely happens. Yeah. I did a larger buddy read with a bunch of people with Noah for 100 Years of Solitude, and there were a few of us that like weren't really into the book, but we still saw the value in the writing and the style and the the value the book had. It just, some of us were there just kind of like, it's not really the book for me. But like Little Bee was just like, don't like it at all. So yeah. Well, anywho, we're about on that 35 mark. Grab those books, grab your cobblers or your crisps and eat them over ice cream. So delicious. Can you send those? Can you freeze pack those and send it to us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to set it for 20 minutes. Good luck, everyone. We'll come back at the 55. Is that math? 35 plus 20 is 55. Oh, okay. Sure. 55. Silly girls. Okay. There we go. And bye. Oh, this is not the right book.
Is there really a wrong book?
There's, yeah, Little Bee.
Yeah.
You know, someone came up to your door before. Oh, because it's Saturday. I was thinking it was Sunday.
Yeah, it does feel like Sunday.
It does feel like Sunday.
Overtired, too much coffee. It must have been the mailman.
But we gotta look at stickers soon.
Yeah. Stickers. What? She's talking about the open sensuality and pink disc book. Oh, she's like, oh, oops.
Yeah. I like when she calls him a savage. Like, savages don't get books.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna use that someday. You're being a savage. Savages don't get books.
Hang on a sec. So the poet that's in here in the bookshop and everything, it's not the same poet as before, right? Not the third book.
Yeah.
It is, okay. Because I didn't remember his name.
Whittleby, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like a poet, but he's not a very good one.
Yeah, it's too obviously like, about everything, yeah. Okay.
You're distracting me, aren't you? Yes, I am. Oh my gosh.
There's no truck parked in front, is there? I'm not trying to distract you this time.
Not that I can see.
Okay.
almost time. I don't want to read more because I'm at a chapter.
Okay.
Okay, now it's that time. Oh, did we lose you for a second? Are we back? Are you okay? I don't know. I hope so. If so, welcome back. We just finished that last 20-minute sprint. We'll do a quick check-in and see how everyone did, and then we will have a final 15-minute sprint just to finish things up, and then we'll be done for today's sprinting. Mm-hmm. So let us know in the comments what you were able to accomplish in this last sprint, and if you're watching this in replay, feel free to note in the comments what you were able to get done today. I read one chapter. It's a pretty interesting chapter, so it took me a little bit longer to read because I don't read like a crazy speed reader. So I'm up to chapter 6 now, which I think for us for reading, I only have about 25 pages left for this section, which is good. So I'll be able to finish that, and then we'll be all set for next week. Because I think Laura said this, but we always try to read about 25 or 100 pages per week. So we set it up in quarters. So, but where are you at?
I'm almost at chapter 7, so I just have it pretty much just that chapter 7 left. Okay, to read. So yeah, I'm almost done. Yeah, for the week. Yeah. Good thing I washed those dishes, eh?
Yeah, good thing you washed those dishes. She's so fast at reading. So usually when I just started doing this, but I will read like half of the section before we start, because she'll be like, okay, I'm finished. And I'm like, yeah, I got 3 chapters done. Like, so for our buddy reading, I usually try to start at a little bit earlier so that I can get ahead. So then it's still an hour later, I will do that. So yeah, so ridiculous. But anywho, it looks like Krista, you read a bit more. Oh, you're eating the peach and apple crust. Oh, she says she wishes she had ice cream. That would make it perfect. Yeah. I actually have an ice cream maker. I can make ice cream, but I mean, it's not like you can eat it right away. I mean, you can't it has to freeze and everything. But I can't wait to pull that out and start making ice cream again this year because it's so good. It's like custardy almost. It's just so good. And I really shouldn't be eating it, but whatever.
Like a short.
Whatever. So yeah. Looks like Amy's here. Hi, Amy.
Oh,
Amy is also a Wisconsinite.
That's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What up, cheeseheads?
Cheeseheads in the house. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we will, this will be really short chat. We'll go to the whole hour, and then we'll just do a quick 15-minute finish. Finish up everything you were doing, and then we'll come back and say our goodbyes. Because I think we're losing our speed here. Oh man, hello. Ice cream at 9 a.m. in the morning. I think it's if Chris is on the East Coast, isn't it? No. It's later for her. Yeah. So it's actually lunchtime probably for Krista. So, but I would eat when I've come to this point in my life where I go, I will eat or drink whatever I want whenever I want. Mm-hmm. So cocktails in the morning, sure. Ice cream in the morning, Sure.
Right.
Dessert before dinner. Sure. Mm-hmm. Candy bar in the middle of the night. Why not? So I know, Krista, in one of your productivity sprints, which you have one tonight too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And I don't know if I'll be able to make it because my husband and I actually are alone. Our stepdaughter, well, my stepdaughter, his daughter, is at grandma's house, so we actually have a night to ourselves, and we're taking the dogs for like a walk, like a long walk or whatever. But I'm hoping that maybe I could get some reading in, but I don't want to like try to do that while we're supposed to be spending time together. So I might not be able to make this one. But I remember in the past when in the comments, and then you chimed in too, like talking about candy bars and hiding candy bars in the house. So I hid our package of Hershey bars that we are supposed to use for s'mores in the baking cabinet. And I have since eaten all of our Hershey bars that I hid in the baking cabinet. So now I have to replenish our Hershey bars because now we have no Hershey bars for s'mores. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. Terrible. Angie says, I have 21 chapters left in my book. Hope to get through 7 chapters this next sprint.
Okay.
How do you get 7 chapters done?
It's middle grade.
Oh, they're short chapters.
Right.
Well, good for you. Yeah, she says noon for her. Yep. Oh, Tiffany's joining you. Yay!
Yeah.
I'm glad I know she moved recently, so I hope that's all going well for her. So that's cool. Yeah, it is a sprinting kind of day. She's here eating waffles. Well, and you're like Arizona, or I think so. So it's later. It's morning for you. Yeah. Okay. Eating. I don't like it. I eat the middle of the night. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Krista. Okay. It's really only bad if you don't replenish them. Yeah, I know. And I'm the one that buys it, so I'm like, well, is it really stealing or like, because it's mine anyways? But I just feel bad because I'm like, one of these days they're going to make a fire outside because we have a fire pit in the backyard that my husband burns stuff. Like he's probably burning stuff right now. I'll get home and he'll have a fire back there. And if they're burning stuff and then all of a sudden they're like, let's have s'mores, then it's like, not today. So I have to go in there and replenish it. I don't even like chocolate. I really don't like chocolate, but like sometimes I just really need something sweet, and it's like the only thing in the house is our s'more chocolate, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So, anywho, okay, let's stop chatting, Dani. Stop it. Let's get this last sprint done. We're gonna do 15 minutes to finish it up, and then we'll all say our goodbyes. Yeah. No, that's okay. You're fine. I know it's early over there on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. So no worries. We're happy to see you. We're happy you're here.
For real.
Yep. Oh, frosting for s'mores?
Oh.
That's good. I always have frosting in the house.
I want to try those marshmallows. I can't find them in the stores yet, but they're like stuffed with chocolate. Yeah. That would be really good with s'mores, like extra chocolatey gooey.
Yeah. Amy, I have used Reese's Pieces. Or not Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
God, that sounds amazing.
Usually what I'll do when we go camping is I'll buy a bunch of the so there'll be like Kit Kat, Twix, Peanut Butter Cups. I'll buy a bunch of different kinds and Hershey. And then I just put them in a little jar, or a little bowl thing. And now I have a s'mores thing, which is even better. But then I let all the kids just pick what candy they want to put on their s'more so that it's like a different experience for all. Like, I think I did Crunch. It's all the ones that are like easily meltable, So, yeah. Okay, Dani, stop talking. Okay. So we'll go to the 20. Yeah, I don't really eat s'mores because they're messy. But I'll eat the marshmallow. I like to like burn the marshmallow and eat the burn part and then burn it again and eat the burn part and then burn it again and then eat the burn part and then finally eat the marshmallow. That's how I don't eat the whole s'more thing, but yep. Okay, so we're gonna go to the 20. This will be our last sprint. So make it count. But it sounds like everybody's been doing pretty good so far. So yeah. Well, that's productive. Gosh. My boyfriend's with good skills. Okay. Sprint for 15 minutes. Back at the 20. Oh, we made good time. We said we want to do this until 11:30. Look at that.
Hey, worked.
I'm pretty good.
That's right.
I'm pretty good at this. Okay.
Hardly any sleep. That's even more impressive.
Yeah. Don't take a nap during this time because it's not that long. I'm gonna get one chapter read. Okay. Okay. We are back. Look who's back. Shady's back. Look who's back. Back again. Okay. Anywho, so that was our last sprint. I got to chapter 7. She finished.
Yeah.
Which means I'll just finish. I think I just need to finish chapter 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got about 20 pages read in the How to Sense I'm working on right now.
Oh, and that's for the category like clean romance or something. Read on. Very cool. Yeah, when we're done here, what I'll do is I'll read the last chapter, and then we'll be all set for our buddy read. But yeah, again, what we do for buddy reads is just read at the same time every week. So on Sunday evenings at 5:00, sometime during the day, we'll have sent each other, like, we go back and forth with what we pick for an ASMR. So, like, I think it's your turn for next week then. Okay. And we just pick an ASMR, and then we both turn it on at that time, and then we read for an hour. And then usually after that hour, we will touch base with one another. Like I said before, because she's a speed reader, I will, like, read ahead so that I can catch up with her. But what we've really been doing lately is, like, finishing the section each time.
Yeah.
Because what happened with, like, London is we would get behind on certain places, and we're like, oh my gosh, I have to read, like, 60 pages just to catch up to where we're supposed to be. And so I think with this series, we've been doing a good job of staying on track.
Yeah.
But they're also books that you can't really, like, linger or fall behind in because the action is always moving forward.
Yeah.
Whereas with London, it was like if we were starting a new chapter, it was like a whole new story. So depending on how interesting that chapter was, you either were like, yeah, whatever, or you're like, yeah, let's read this. So
right. And
super fun.
Occasionally in London, was it like the same people in the next chapter?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Or one of their generation, like it was like
right.
the next line.
Like their kids or whatever, or something else, or like it's their grandparents and like the grandkids are now in charge. Or yeah.
I'll be interested to see what Sarah has to offer because that looks. I'm excited to read that. Yeah. So, Melissa, if you are still here, did you finish your waffles? Those waffles sound really good.
I really do.
We have a waffle machine or waffle maker, and we don't use it as often as I would like, but I do like waffles. Waffles are good. Mm-hmm. I like to put things in waffles. Yeah. So they have a little burst of a blueberry. Oh, hey, Sarah. How are you? Nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. You're probably reading something great, doing your diamond stuff, working out, being cool.
Wait, like Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Hi. Like Sarah.
Like Sarah. Yeah, just the one Sarah.
Just the one.
There's only one. Yeah. There can only be one Sarah. Looks like Krista finished a chapter, folded a load, put a load in the dryer. Oh man, oh my gosh, super productive. We ramped up Krista's day.
Man, I need to channel that one.
Oh, and then she goes, that's basically what she would have done anyways.
Oh.
Damn. Darn. Whatever. Way more fun with friends. Absolutely. Sarah's laughing at us.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope everyone else had a really productive day. I'm excited that, I just have the one chapter left to read, so then we're good for this week. Because like I said, we usually read on Sunday evenings, but tomorrow being Father's Day, at least for us here in the States, I'm not sure if that is different internationally, because I know Mother's Day is different internationally. So, but Father's Day here in the U.S., I'm actually going to be going to my husband's aunt's house to celebrate. Do you and your mom do anything for Father's Day?
No, not since my dad's passed. I mean, we really don't do anything. And even when my dad was alive, it was really more like the day itself doesn't matter. And this is true for any kind of holiday. The day itself is not important. It has to be the 24th for Christmas Eve. Yeah. Like it's more about spending time together intentionally around the holiday, or what that is the excuse we use.
Yeah.
So like for Mother's Day and my mom's birthday, kind of just like me, she just like wants to be left alone and read and take a nap when she wants to take a nap, and like don't bother her.
Yeah.
My dad was kind of the same too.
Yeah.
Occasionally he would grill out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Fire it up and do hot dogs and corn and stuff. But we don't do anything now really.
We typically don't do anything. This is different this year because this will be the first time that we're able to see my husband's grandparents since being quarantined. And they actually, right before COVID, were moved into an assisted living.
Oh.
And then COVID happened. And then, like, no one's really been able to see them. Yeah. And then they've had a lot of health issues. So we're really excited because we haven't seen them for I'd say over a year and a half.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't able to come to our wedding. I mean, it's been a really tough year to not be able to visit with them. So this will be the first time with people being vaccinated and everything, so that we're able to go and see them for the first time in a long time. So we're excited to go. So we weren't able to read during our regular scheduled time. So I'm glad we were able to get that done today. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, and it's Father's Day in Canada as well. Cool. Okay, well, I think if everyone is all set, I think we'll kind of call it a day. I hope that if you have any more thoughts for today, that we got you piped up. Piped up? I don't know. What's the word? Yeah. Pumped up. Pump the jam. Pump it up. Didn't we sing that last night? I feel like we sang that last night. If you're watching this in replay, I hope that it helped you get piped or pumped up for yourself. Feel free to leave a note in the comments and let us know what you were up to. If you haven't already, can you like this video? I would appreciate that. That's awesome. I don't already, but I will put Laura's channel in the description. Definitely check her out. She's got some great content. Reads a lot of really great books. She does some vlogs, Friday reads, and she participates in all the read-alongs and readathons and all the things. So definitely check her channel out if you're looking for something really great to read. Also, check out a lot of the people that have been in the comments. A lot of them have channels. Krista from Books and Jams has an excellent channel. Melissa at Libraries and Labradors has an excellent channel. Very fresh and bright. Angie at Literary Laborers definitely has a wonderful channel, great perspective, being an educator herself, has great thoughts on all of that. Noah from Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse definitely has a very diverse channel, so definitely check him out. Sarah MG Reads, I don't know if you're doing a lot of content this year, but you definitely have some great content, and I'm sure as you come back, you'll have even better stuff because you're awesome as well. And I know I probably missed a few before, but there's definitely, check out who's been here. They all have channels typically, and just do some perusing. They have great channels. So, okay, everyone, thank you so much. And we will check in with you again soon. So thank you for being here. Thank you. Have a great day. And as always, happy reading. Bye.